The reason this is an AI-driven super cycle, it started off as 80 million units in terms of in what Apple was ultimately ordering, and now it's up to 90 million. And I think as that trajectory continues, we could be looking over 240
Right.
million iPhones sold in 2025. That would be a
Right.
historical year for Cupertino.
Do you assume the same distribution, which is through the wireless phone companies where they're competing and will give our listeners and viewers a deal spread out over months? Is it business as usual, or is there a new twist to Sweeney having to buy 7 iPhones?
Well, no, look, I think the reason Sweeney and others are going to upgrade because you have 300 million that haven't upgraded their iPhones in 4+ years.
Is Tucker on that
And
list?
Probably.
we expect, look, we expect what I would call game-changing promotions, from U.S. carriers for this, and that's why you look at the stock continues to move higher. I think there's a stock that has a 3 in front of it as we go into call it the next 9-12 months.
Dan, you mentioned you were in Asia and heading back in a couple of weeks. Give us the update. Give us the latest on Apple's competitive position in China.
Look, China's the hearts and lungs of the Apple story. I mean, 20% iPhone demand, that's been negative growth the last, call it 4 or 5 quarters. Everything we're seeing, we now will see growth. That could be ultimately double-digit growth. And China is really now going to be a key to driving this upgrade cycle. And that's everything we see through the supply chain. Clearly, you have the geopolitical headwinds, but I do believe a lot of that's abated. They played nice in the sandbox in Beijing, and I think that's benefited.